A teenager had a brush with death on purpose. At an Amherst railroad crossing, she forced an Amtrak train to make an emergency stop. Little did she know, a rail enthusiast with a camera caught the entire incident on tape. It was just a few days ago, a rail fan set up his camera to videotape Amtrak's Vermonter passing Cushman's Market in North Amherst. As the train approached Pine Street, one of the two girls who was standing along the tracks ran to the center of the railroad crossing and stood there with the train speeding toward her. The girl darted back to the edge of the tracks, but not before the engineer applied his emergency brake, though there was no way he could have stopped in time. As the train came to a stop, the girl walked toward the camera, appearing not to realize the havoc she had just caused. A sudden application of the emergency brake could have thrown Amtrak passengers to the floor, or in a rare case, caused a derailment, not to mention the danger the girl put herself in.
I gotta stand here and keep my camera steady.
Harry?
Yeah.
God, is he going fast?
It's flying.
I know.
Good, here we go. 69, 269, 40, 47, 40.
It's September 18th, 2020, and I'm in Amherst, Massachusetts at Pine Street. And this is my mom, and she was seen in the video standing along with those teenagers that you saw. So what I'm going to do with this video is explain a couple of things. So I just wanted to explain things a little bit. There have been so many posts about this video 11 years later that I really want to put this video to bed, because on train orders and multiple different online forums, there are discussions that are ongoing about this video, you know, talking about how this was all just a setup and this was all just faked and it was all part of some kind of stunt. So I just wanted to explain myself with this video. So let's start at the beginning. It is 1:10 p.m. on July 24th, 2011, and I just happened to be in the area right around the time that Amtrak was supposed to come through here. They no longer use this track. It is now New England Central only. So it is 1:10 p.m. and I happen to set my camera up right on this very block. There are a set of cinder blocks along the tracks. And, you know, there were some teenager girls, you know, hanging around the tracks around the time that the train was coming, and I didn't really think anything of it. So it was about 1:20 p.m. and I started to hear the horn on Amtrak's Vermonter. I believe it was P42 108 leading. So I heard the horn, set my camera up. It was a Kodak CX-7430. And I started rolling. Amtrak was approaching Bridge Street down there, and then the lights started flashing. About maybe 30 seconds later, there was a girl wearing a red, yellowish t-shirt and a blue shirt. She approached the crossing right as the train crossed Bridge Street. If you guys want to look on Google Maps how far the crossings are apart, they're about 300 feet apart, about, and one of them has a camera. So she's walking towards the tracks, and Amtrak is well past Bridge Street by now, and she stands right in the middle of the gauge, and my heart is in my throat. So she gets to about the center of the crossing. Amtrak is halfway between Pine Street and Bridge Street when the Vermonter engineer dumped the brakes. He dumped the emergency brake, and the train came to a stop right here. And believe me, I wanted to vomit at that time. And my mom she was out, and she let her have it. She ripped her a new one. That girl that jumped in front of the train. And my mom called them over. Come on over here, come. And she wanted to have them stay here because we thought that the Amtrak engineer or conductor would have come out. But I guess he inspected the train on the other side. I can't get into details because it's been 11 years. I don't know. So approximately 5 minutes goes by. Amtrak starts pulling away. And then we watch the train disappear around that corner. And from there, we went straight to the Amherst Police Department. And we described what happened. And I gave them my memory card. They were able to transfer the files. And they had the footage. They also interviewed my mom and I separately. And I believe that about a month later, they did locate the teenagers. And let me just say, this kind of thing can change someone's life forever. And I'm sure that it ruined their lives. So I approach this from a place of compassion, but I just want you guys to know that having a charge against you ruins your life forever. It doesn't matter who you are. It's life-changing and it's not fun at all. So I feel for them. So they were arraigned in juvenile court, and they got one count of obstruction of a moving train, a misconduct or disorderly conduct, and railroad trespass. So they were able to locate those teenagers and they were apprehended. But this video, 11 years later, I am still getting people commenting on my other videos wanting to know what the heck happened. So here we are. I am on location. That is the crossing right there. And I just wanted to bring you guys some transparency. My brother witnessed that, my mother witnessed that, and I witnessed that. And believe me, that day haunted me for 2 years after that. I did not come back here for a long time because even just crossing these tracks gave me PTSD because of that. So, to those who are saying that this is fake, it is not. And there is visible proof that it is not. So, I just wanted to get this video out there. I appreciate you guys watching, and I appreciate your patronage. I appreciate you following along with me, and we'll see you guys again soon. All right, take care.